Hello, my little chaps and chapettes. Today we are deep diving into what makes a truly great protagonist and how you can write one yourself. Whether you're a budding screenwriter, a novelist, or just curious about why certain characters resonate more than others, this video is going to be for you. We're going to break down the key characteristics that make a protagonist, explore classic examples, then dive into practical guide on crafting your own compelling lead character. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is a protagonist? The simplest definition? They're your story's lead character. The one we follow, the one who drives the plot forward. But here's the key. A protagonist doesn't have to be a traditional hero. They could be an anti-hero, a morally grey figure, or even a villain, as long as they captivate us and make us invest in their journey. Walter White is a perfect example. He's not someone you'd want as a friend, but you can't look away as he transforms from a desperate high school teacher into a ruthless drug lord. He's not always likable, but he's always compelling, and that's the real secret. Whether we love them or hate them, a great protagonist keeps us watching. But what separates a protagonist from just another main character? A protagonist is defined by their role in the story. They have a goal, they face obstacles, and their actions drive the narrative forward. The world might act upon them, but in the end, it's their choices that shape the story. And you see, that here is a crucial point. Protagonists don't always have to be good people. What matters is whether their journey is engaging. Take characters like Tony Montana from Scarface or Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. These are morally corrupt individuals, yet their stories fascinate us because they have clear desires, struggles, and arcs that draw us in. No matter how fantastical your setting is, your protagonist must be relatable. That doesn't mean they have to just be like us, but they should have emotions, desires, or struggles that we recognize in ourselves. Think about why people connect with Harry Potter. Sure, he's a wizard, but at his core he's a kid who feels out of place, longing for a sense of belonging and family. That universal feeling is what makes us resonate with audiences worldwide. Peter Parker, granted he is a superhero, but he deals with everyday problems, struggling with money, balancing school and work, feeling the pressures of responsibility. That's what makes us root for him. Not just the web slinging, but his very human struggles. You see, a flat character is a forgettable character. Real people are messy, contradictory, and flawed. Your protagonist should be too. A great protagonist has depth, internal conflicts, and layers that make them feel real. Let's take Don Draper from Mad Men. He's a brilliant advertiser, charismatic man, but he's also deeply insecure, haunted by his past, and constantly sabotaging himself. That internal battle between who he is and who he wants to be makes him fascinating. Tony Stark, he's another prime example. He's arrogant, self-destructive, and yet at his core, he has the desperate need to prove himself. It's these contradictions that make him compelling. We see his struggles and want to see if he can rise above them. You see, if your protagonist stays the same throughout the story, there's no reason to follow their journey. Character arcs are so crucial. There are different types of arcs, of course. There's positive arcs where the character grows in a better version of themselves. There's negative arcs where they descend into darkness. Flat arcs where they just stay the same but the world changes around them. Luke Skywalker, for example, starts as a naive farm boy and becomes a wise Jedi. That's a positive arc. Now contrast that with Michael Corleone from The Godfather, who starts as a reluctant outsider and transforms into a ruthless mafia boss. That's a negative arc. Both are compelling because they show change. A protagonist who only reacts to the world around them isn't very compelling. The best protagonists make choices that drive the plot forward. Even passive characters like Frodo Baggins must make decisions that shape their journey. Frodo doesn't just have the ring forced upon him, he chooses to bear the burden, and every step of the way he continues to make decisions that define the story. Katniss Everdeen is another perfect example. She actively shapes the story with her choices, volunteering as tribute, defying the capital and leading a rebellion. She isn't a passive obsessor, she's driving the force of the Hunger Games. A great protagonist has a clear motivation. It's not just about what they want, but why they want it. Ask yourself, what does your protagonist desire more than anything, and what are they willing to do to get it? Also ask yourself, give me an example of a good protagonist and what they want and why they want it. You see, a well-defined motivation makes the audience invest in their journey. You see, Rocky isn't just fighting to win, he's fighting for self-respect. His motivation just isn't about boxing, it's about proving his worth. Deeper drive is what makes him a compelling character. So, I'm going to wrap it up here now. And that is what I think makes a really good protagonist. Of course, if you have any other ideas or suggestions, put it down in the comments. Give me an example of a really good protagonist. Give me an example of a really bad protagonist. What do you think? Yes, what do you think makes a good protagonist? But please, if you have found this helpful, if you've enjoyed this video, please check out all my other videos. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more writing and storytelling insights. Please, yes, hit the notification bell. This really helps out the channel. I want to grow this channel so much and push this so much. But yes, keep writing, keep creating, and make your protagonist one that we will never forget. Ciao for now.
With a little luck, the network will pick me up. This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo. Signing off.